right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Community College Week. This is our first event of Community College Week this week. We have about 16 events that we'll be hosting throughout the week, and today's event is going to focus on the Wise Women's Center with instructor Dee Shedrick. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And she's going to tell you all about what the Women's Center has to offer our current students and the events that they plan, things like that. So I'm going to hand it over to Dee. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat. If you're watching us on Facebook, you can post it in the comment section and we'll get moving on.
Hello, ladies. How are you? Welcome to Delgado. We're so excited. And yes, my name is Dee Shedrick, and I teach college career and success skills. Maybe you will be in my class or one of my colleagues' class. It's a great class for first-time freshmen or anyone returning to college, or even if you struggled through, if you were at another school before and struggled through. It would be a great class to help you. But anyway, we're talking about the Women's Center. And I'm so happy to be helping with programming for the Women's Center for this year. And we actually have an event coming up this Wednesday, actually, at noon, if you can join. We'll be advertising that just a little bit later on today. But if you did not know, this month is Women's Month. And so we will, and Wednesday is Equal Pay Day. And so I am also the advisor of an organization called the American Association of University Women, or AAUW at Delgado. And we work very closely with the Women's Center to put on different events. And when we will be back on campus, we will have lots of workshops there, and it's a great place for you to come and study, kill time before classes, study for classes, just learn a lot of information that affect women. And so these two organizations work very well and hand in hand together. And so I will show you the Women's Center's website, and then I will also show you a very quick video about AAUW. And so I will share my screen and we're going to look at the Women's Center. And so you'll see on this page that it's actually called the Irma Thomas Center for Wise Women. And WISE stands for Women in Search of Excellence. And so if you don't know who Irma Thomas is, she's only a New Orleans legend. And she actually recently just celebrated her 80th birthday. And I actually had a chance to talk to her, and she's doing well, slowing down, but the center is named after her because guess what? She's a graduate of the college, just like I am. And so it's a privilege for me to be able to help out with the center and carry on, her legacy, as well as Melanie Dahl. And so you'll see, if you have any questions, you can email me or my colleague, Geraldine Morel, and I can be reached at 671-6422. And then you can reach her, which that is the main line, which is 671-6325. And again, we're doing everything via Zoom this semester, but hopefully in the fall, we'll be back on campus to some extent. And we will be here in Building 1. I'm actually right next door to the center. And it's Building 1, rooms 212, W1 and 2. And so the mission statement of the Women's Center is to empower women to help fulfill their academic, personal, and professional potential, which is again in alignment with AAUW. We do the same thing. And so we do have some programming going on. Like I said, we will be doing the Equal Pay Day. We actually changed this one to the Equal Pay Day programming, where you will learn what's new with organizations like AAUW fighting for equal pay for women. We'll learn a little bit about what's going on, what bills are being passed. Like currently, the pink tax is trying to be passed, which is a tax that would not anymore add taxes to things like diapers, essential things that women need, tampons, things like that. And so that could be something totally beneficial for you, right? And so this event has changed. But coming up on April 14th, we'll have Dr. Eric Doc Griggs, and he did a fabulous talk last semester, encouraging students to do well and motivate students to keep going and finish the semester strong. But this talk, he will be talking about the vaccine. And guess what? I already got my first shot, and so in about like 20 days or so, I'll get the second one. And so you'll find events on this website as well as Delgado's event page as well. And so mostly right now we're focusing on the workshop Wednesdays via Zoom. But again, once we get back to things, get things, when things are normal again, we will be doing more in the actual center in building one. And so I already mentioned Irma Thomas. Again, she's a graduate of the college. She actually has two daughters that work here at the college. It took her a really long time to graduate because she was going part time and she had her career going, but doesn't matter how long she took, she completed her associate's degree here at Delgado. And unfortunately, perhaps you guys didn't get to meet Melody Dahl, but she was director of the center. And again, unfortunately, she passed away, but we continue this work in her honor to also keep her legacy going because she was so passionate about working with women and running the center. And so it's a privilege again for me and my colleague Geraldine to be continuing this work on her behalf and on behalf of the division for the college and for you. And so that's pretty much it about the Women's Center. And if anyone has any questions, though, you can ask. You can just unmute, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Okay. And so if you want to find our website, you just simply hover over student services from the Delgado webpage and scroll all the way down to the bottom. Last but not least, it's only because we start with W that we're at the bottom, but this is where you'll find us on the website. All right. And now I will share this brief video with you, which is giving you just a little bit of information about the American Association of University Women. And again, these two organizations work very closely together. And so here we go. Hello, my name is Dee Shedrick, and welcome to the American Association of University Women. I have been a proud member of AAUW since 2012. AAUW has been empowering women and girls since 1881. AAUW advances equity for women and girls through education, advocacy, philanthropy, and research. AAUW empowers all women and girls to reach their highest potential. AAUW values and seeks a diverse membership. There shall be no barriers to full participation in this organization on the basis of gender, race, age, sexual orientation, national origin, disability, or class. By joining AAUW, you belong to a community that breaks through educational and economic barriers so that all women and girls have a fair chance. Here, please find our student organization Facebook page and our national, state, and local website. Please check out these sites to get to know us a little bit better. And finally, here, please find our contact information, again, for our student organization, our Greater New Orleans branch, and our state and national branches as well. Thank you for joining AAUW, and we look forward to working with you. So with that, ladies, and anyone else who's watching, you can join AAUW for free because we are college university partners. And so as long as you are a student at Delgado, you get a free membership to the student organization, the state, the local, and the national organization. And what a great thing to have on your resumes to show leadership experience, right? Because potential employers would love to see things like that. And so if you want to get involved with the Women's Center or with AUW, go ahead and reach out to me. My email address is, I'll just give you my email address. The other information was on there, but if you just personally want to call me and ask me any questions, it is, and we can put it in the chat. Yes, Nikki? DSHEDR@dcc.edu. That's DSHEDR@dcc.edu. And then if you have any questions, you can go ahead, and I would even refer you to Geraldine's number, because that's just the center's number, the Women's Center's number, and that's 504-671-6325, 671-6325. Does anyone have any questions for me? All right. So I see then you guys don't have any questions. Then it was really great to chat with you very briefly to give you some information about the Women's Center. And if you have any other questions, again, about AAUW as well, reach out to us. And again, welcome to Delgado.
Awesome. Thank you, Dee, so much. And thank you all for joining us for our first event for this morning. The rest of today, we have our next event is our Arts and Humanities Division, which will be at noon. So tune back into Facebook if you're following us on Facebook. And then we have our Cosmetology and Barbering programs at 1, Allied Health, their first event at 2, and Images Magazine at 3. So we have a full day lineup today. So please come back to our Facebook page and join us and watch the rest of our Community College Week events. And Dee, thank you so much for presenting today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Bye, guys. See you later.